Hello. So if you've set yourself some goals for this year, then chances are you might have considered getting yourself an accountability partner, someone to check in with at least once a week, someone to help you to keep on track, someone to make sure that you go ahead and do the things you need to do in order to achieve your goals. Because goal setting is just the start of a process. It's the end point, but it's not by any means the end of a process. Goal setting is the start of a process, and whether you go on to achieve those goals or not will very much depend on whether you put in systems and processes that you're able to stick to day in, day out, and week in, week out in order to make steady progress and in the long run achieve your goals. And if you're able to put in those daily processes and systems that you can stick to, you will make steady progress and you'll know that in the long term you will achieve your goals. But where most people fall down is they go off track. They don't stay on track long enough with those daily systems and processes in order to successfully achieve their goals. Modern life is full of distractions. It's so easy for our attention to be pulled this way or pulled that way, and we lose track, we've lost momentum, and before we know it, weeks are going by and we're not making the progress that we hoped we would make. So an accountability partner is a very, very good solution to this. Someone that you check in with at least once a week, someone who you can say to, this is what I need to do in the coming week in order to achieve my goals. And then when that week comes around and you check in again, you'll be able to say to this person, well, let's check back. I've done everything that I said I was going to do, or maybe I've done 4 out of 5 and I've got one thing outstanding that I need to carry forward to next week. And here's the 5 things I need to do next week in order to achieve my goals. So that's how an accountability partner works. And then once they've done you the favour of overseeing that process for you, you'll swap roles and you'll do the same for them. You'll ask them what they've done in the past week towards their goals. Have they done everything they said they would do? And what do they need to do in the following week? Now, some people choose to check in with their accountability partners more than once a week, but once a week is a good starting place. And generally, you would spend maybe 20 minutes, 10 minutes each way, looking at the goals and processes for each person and swap over. So a 20-minute check-in would be about average. You can do this in person, meet up for a coffee, or you can do it over Skype or Zoom. The power of this system is that the two-way feedback will spur you on in a way that couldn't happen if you just try and do this on your own without any external feedback. And there's a few reasons for that. There's some particular things that are pivotal to an accountability partnership. And the first one of those is that you must be prepared to honour the commitment. Both of you in the partnership must be prepared to honour the commitment. So if you say you're going to check in at 5 o'clock on a Friday evening, you both need to consider that as set in stone. And if you don't consider it as set in stone, take my word for it, it won't last very long. Modern life is busy, and most weeks there could easily be a reason why it wouldn't be the most convenient time. But if you're both prepared to prioritise it and treat it like it's set in stone, then it will become an institution in your lives, and that's the way that an accountability partnership works. You can look at moving it to different times every week, but in my experience it doesn't work so well. There's something about having it at a fixed time which it will just become fixed in your brain. You'll remember it and you'll look to check in to that time every single week. It's a habit forming process, and if you make it a habit, that habit will work very, very well for you. So you must both be prepared to honour the commitment, because if you both start bailing out and saying let's give it a miss this week because I'm busy, pretty soon the process will fall apart. It takes a commitment from both of you to make it work. Having a good accountability partner is a rare thing to find. It's a very powerful asset for you in achieving your goals, but it's quite a rare find. So if you do find a good one, hold on to them. Number 2 is make sure that you choose somebody whose opinion you respect. Respecting somebody's opinion means that you pay attention to your interactions. You need to have that respect for somebody because you won't try and fob them off, you won't try and pull the wool over their eyes, you'd be too embarrassed to do that. You need to have somebody whose opinion you respect, whose opinion is important to you, and this is somebody that you will strive hard and go the extra mile to do what you've said you're going to do because you've said it in front of somebody that you respect. That's the way that human interaction works. And the third thing that you need to find for a good accountability partnership is you need to pick somebody who's prepared to call you to account. Because There will be times through the progress that you make towards your goals, there will be times when the world is trying to pull you off track, when the world is trying to distract you, when things are popping up here, there and everywhere saying, pay more attention to me, ignore your goals and pay more attention to this or to that. There will be times when it's hard for you to stay focused, and you need somebody who will call you to account, who will say, out of the 5 things you said you'd do this week, you've only done 1. What are you going to do better next week? Or what went wrong? What's going on? And you need that. That's where the accountability partnership becomes really, really powerful. You need somebody who's prepared to be honest with you and who will tell you when you're not doing what you've said you're going to do. So that's the 3 things that will make a huge difference to making an accountability partnership work. Choose somebody who will honour the commitment and make sure you honour the commitment yourself. Choose somebody whose opinion you respect, and choose somebody who will be honest with you and who will tell you when you haven't done what you said you're going to do, or when you're coming up with excuses. If you find a good accountability partner, do hold on to them. They will make a huge difference to you achieving your goal.